Do you like Funkos?
Do you like Funkos?
Do you like to eat?
Do you like to eat?
Are you a geek?
Are you a geek?
Geek meets eats.
Oh,
It's time to pop, y'all.
oh. Geek meets eats.
We got Funko Pops up in here, handmade robots over there. We got comic books up in here, cooking up a storm over there.
Oh, Geek meets eats. Oh,
Geek meets eats.
Hi, Miss Mary.
That was impressive. I like
Yeah?
that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's something that I've always wanted to do. I lost some hours last year because of getting whacked. There was this whole glitch up with my Canva account because I used it for the previous channel and it didn't like me using it for this one. So, yeah, so that's the new one. So it's officially been a year now that I've known you.
Is it really a year? It feels like 10
A lot
years.
longer. I know it feels like a lot longer, but yeah, it was officially a year. Early January was when you and Mike came on, and we did that first show with you. And so much has changed since then, because when we first met, you had, I don't know, maybe 10 items or so. I mean, it was really easy to keep up with everything you had out.
What was the first figure that you saw? Was it the Walmart stuff?
No, I hadn't seen him in Walmart. In fact, I didn't start seeing him in Walmart until probably 4 or 5 months later. And hi, Jeremy. Hi, Umpty. Hi, Christina. And the first one I saw was on a Whatnot stream because I'm nicknamed Oblivious. I didn't know that I had seen one that Eric had before.
Okay.
So I bought the original one that I bought was actually Goonies, Sloth.
Okay, because that was one of the very first ones that came out after the Ghostface Hannibal and Leatherface.
Okay.
So that one of the very first ones, yeah.
Yeah, and so I only had probably 5 by the time you guys came on, and now we can see minor addiction there.
Hobby DB now has us up there, and you can go catalog your collection there and everything.
I did, and I think that one of the things it's funny is that I don't think they're valued high enough. I really don't. I think it's
an algorithm that searches, and so we're just launched it. So there's a lot of cleanup to do, but it's a lot of work to launch it because we had to send them so much information and UPC codes so they can scan, and it is what it is. We'll get started. But Christian, the guy who owns it, him and I are going to do a fun little promo in like a month or so.
Oh,
and
cool.
A very limited figure will be as part of the promo, like very limited. So
okay, yeah, that's the one thing I've kept up on. Bozo's still on pre-order. I think he comes out in March. Bozo?
Who knows? We're having trouble with that tool, so who knows?
Okay.
Yeah, the tool keeps breaking, and so we keep it's a whole thing. And then Chinese New Year. Who's the weirdo on the left? Well, that must be Brandy.
What's going on? So blessed. Frog popped fanatic. Who else? Mama J just popped in. Christine and Caitlin. Christina, we already said hi to. So I have been after something because of what you started me on the rabbit hole, which is my babies.
Okay. Yes.
So these are my little ones.
Yes.
My 2 favorite figures. So I have been after, and yes, I know they're not your company, but
That's okay. I'll forgive you.
I finally got them both.
Are these the sodas?
Yeah.
I saw something about that. I thought they were really cute. So
I had to have them both because I have the orange.
adorable.
Isn't he cute? But what I noticed was that, so this is, Mama J gave me an ornament because obviously I'm obsessed with astronauts. So Mama J gave me this, and when you plug him in, he plays One Small Step for Man, One Giant Leap for Mankind, and he lights up. but his visor is gold.
Yep.
And so what I noticed on the common, so the common is more this type of suit, which is the white one, like yours. And what I want to do, because I will never, ever, ever touch my prototypes, but what I want to do is I'm going to take one of these that has the American flag, and I think I want to customize him and give him the gold visor because I have extra commons of him. But now I have my astronauts.
Well, we finally got that all approved from NASA. So if we want to pull the trigger on those figures, we can. We just haven't yet. So kind of need to find a home for them or a retailer that's interested, or, you know, if we were doing huge numbers on the site, then I could go, we'll take that, but we're not doing, I mean, we're doing good numbers, but nothing where I can just go out and order thousands of something. So,
yeah. I will say people have been after the astronaut. Was quite shocked at how well that particular soda did and how people are requesting it on auctions and stuff like that. I mean, obviously NASA's got their outlets of their visitor centers, but maybe going to like science museums and stuff.
we have, yeah, because when I owned the coop, we had a really good NASA line. We had journal books and these great bags and backpacks and all sorts of cool stuff. And we sold to all the NASA centers. So I suppose I could dig up those records and do a little I suppose I could do some work and do a little pre-sale. That's a great idea. I'm going to write it down.
But you guys have something new out, and I actually had a gift card for Walmart. So I went out and I grabbed a couple.
So how that came about was they had ordered the eggs originally. They were the very first, they were the reason we did the eggs in the very first place for Easter 2 years ago. But Walmart.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. We got them here. So, but they ended up, of course, thank you, Walmart. Hope you're not listening. Canceling the order at the last minute. They ended up bringing Alice Cooper. They ended up bringing them in anyway, but the egg form factor is going to go away. So I'm not going to do any more eggs. So they were like, okay, we need those for Easter finally. So this is how they did it, and putting it with the free movie offering. And it's actually in a different department that normally buys the Handmade by Robots. It's in more of a seasonal section. So the seasonal buyer came to our team that works with Walmart and said, hey, we want some of those. So, but we want to pair it with a movie offering, and we want to make it blind box. So I just rolled with the punches and said, sure.
Well, and when we first met, we had talked about, like, people had said, you know, you guys should do like a mystery figure like this. And I know I still have to get the Disney ones because you're not going to be doing Disney anymore. But I thought this was a cool idea. Now, these were in the collectibles electronics section with the other ones. So
yeah, they're bought by the seasonal buyer. So if they were over there, who knows?
Now, are there different ones in here that you can't get in the 4-packs, or are?
Yes, but I can't. I signed a thing where I can't say what it is. So
okay. So this is Bo Peep.
Oh, she's so cute.
She is cute, and I like the eggs.
I love the eggs. I think it's the packaging that I don't like. How about that? I don't like our packaging, and I came up with it. So thank you. But I just don't think they display as well, and you know, I don't know. I like the micros better.
I mean, I thought it was cool because nobody else has, you know, like the egg carton style packaging. So, and the 4-packs is cool. This one has something jiggling around in it. I don't know what it is.
It might be the card or there is no card. So inside there's the box, the upper piece and the bottom piece that secure the egg.
Now, I will say this, the thing that I did notice so even if I show you guys, I'll show you the side, but you can't redeem the movie unless you have the receipt. But it does say the receipts are good for. I may have picked two of the same one. I picked two of the same one. So I just grabbed 2 boxes at different places. But yeah, I got.
There's like 15 different styles. So good work. They're cool.
Yeah, there weren't that many left. I will say that there were probably only maybe 8 left.
Okay.
In there, but if there's ones that, you know, that are new and different, I know you can't say what they are, but I mean, that gives people motivation to go out and grab them.
What we do is we ship the eggs in bulk to their fulfillment facility. We actually made the boxes overseas too for them because they didn't have, so we did that all, and then they put them together. So I mean, if I was doing the fulfillment, I would make sure I would take the less common ones and the special ones and make sure they were mixed in randomly. But you just never know how people do fulfillment. So who knows where the special ones are? I just don't know.
Yeah, I grabbed one from the left rear and then one from the right front, thinking, I was, because it was like, it turned out to be, these are $12.96 a piece, and I had a $25 gift card. So, basically it worked out. I only paid like,
Which to me, I was surprised how expensive they were. I'm just going to leave it at that, and we're going to move on to a new subject.
well, yeah, because you can get these for, I think, $25 for a 4-pack. But I mean, with the free, you got to factor in, you are technically getting a free movie rental. Yeah. So if you factor that cost in, the $6, $7, $8, whatever it is, then, I mean, I guess it's very, hi,
my roomie, my roomie.
She's like, I'm off.
I haven't had a roommate ever. I literally, like, in 20 years. Now I have a roommate, and I love it.
Well, I mean, based on the pictures that I see, she loves it too, because she gets to hang out with, the horses and the dogs. And
I do the dogs in the morning. She usually does the horses in the morning, and then she's become obsessed with knitting, even more so than me. It's nuts. And so we were spending way too much money on yarn and all those things. So
that's awesome. Yeah, Mama J sent Allie a picture of these skull pants.
Oh, I posted those on my other Instagram, my Monsters Knitting Instagram, the skull crocheted pants. Yeah.
Yeah. Mama J wants those. I just see them as being very cold because they seem super drafty.
Yeah. No warmth there.
No, but yeah, Allie's gotten quite good. She's shown the girls in the cocktail group a lot of her different projects and stuff like that. And so that's awesome that, that she's found that out. And
well, I knew she was crafty and artsy, but I just didn't realize the extent of it. And she picked it up like that. So,
yeah. Well, she's always been crafty. I mean, she's been painting with us and stuff like that. And she, I know she's into Legos, and, she's always been very imaginative as far as all the editing that she used to do and all that stuff. So, yeah, that is true. Mama J lives in Cali. She doesn't know the cold.
No, she came up here within the first 2 weeks, and it snowed like dramatically more than ever, and she got stuck while trying to come home twice. I'm like, sorry.
Yeah, she said you had to go like down and get in the car and then just like gun it all the way up the hill or something.
I just did some reckless driving up the hill. It worked out for us, but
So if you guys see on Mary's head, this is where we were going to do a couple weeks ago, and it is because we were just talking football back and forth. So Mary is a big football fan. I'm a big football fan. And so it came down to the weekend, and out of the blue, you contacted me and you're like, what do the Seahawks need to do to get in? And I said, well, I have to, Detroit has to lose. And if we won, then it came down to between Green Bay and the Lions that were going to go to the playoffs. So unfortunately, the Lions lost, but I wasn't upset because of the fact that my little Kenneth Walker, my sweet little baby Kenneth Walker.
I thought, well, the Seahawks won, and then Detroit had to beat Green Bay. And
I'm sorry, that's right. If the Seahawks lost, and then if Detroit beat Green Bay, but if Detroit lost, then Green Bay was going to go.
Yeah, we don't want that.
You won, and even though that was a crazy game at the end there, which same with this last weekend. I mean, I honestly, I'm sorry, NFL, but I think the refs are getting worse. The do-over for Kansas City this weekend was just insane, but it came down to Detroit having to win, and Mary, I told Mary's like, yeah, if Detroit wins and my Seahawks go to the playoffs, then I will buy a Detroit Lions hat. So there is the Detroit Lions hat.
And I like it. It's cute. So no, I have, no, it was great. I like talking football.
Oh, I love talking football. I'm really not as excited about the Super Bowl now, though, based on the teams that got in. I really wanted Joe Burrow to go, and it was just very, very unfortunate that Brock Purdy injured his elbow and couldn't throw the football. Yeah. And they went to, their fourth string quarterback. And I was talking to somebody else. It was actually Fox. And he was, saying that, how do you not have another person? Like, how did you not bring someone up? But then they had Jimmy Garoppolo was still on the active roster.
Injured. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
I agree. I mean, just some calls that have been made over the last several weeks. This entire season really has just been insane, and you watched the Bengals coach just going absolutely bonkers over some of those calls.
Did I see that Robert, my secret Northwest bestie, is on this? Is that
Is he here?
Frog Pop?
Yeah, Frog Pop Fanatic. Yeah, he's here, or
He's
he
my
was here.
my secret Pacific Northwest bestie.
No, he's awesome. I started following him once I saw that how much he was into it and everything else. Now I did get a third one of those mystery minis for my swap, so that's going in there because well, now I'm just known, so everybody assumes that if there's an HMBR in the box that it was me, and we actually got him on one because my mom sent one, and it was my mom and not me. So, but
I think if there's anything new and exciting to tell you, I'd have yes, there he is. Hi, Robert, secret besties. Not so secret anymore. But we do have a new form factor of something coming out.
Really?
And it's not handmade by robots. It's a new product.
Really?
Yes. My first one is going to be Godzilla.
Ooh, I love Godzilla.
I do too. But that's just a little teaser for you.
Okay, so we'll be on the lookout for that. And we've seen some other stuff like we saw the nesting dolls that came out for Stranger Things.
That was me just strictly making something for somebody who didn't know how to make it. So Walmart came to me and said, "How do you make these?" I go, "I got you." So I made them for them. So.
Well, that's very cool. But and I guess that's one of the things that everybody's been talking about, and part of the reason why I wanted to have you on is there's been some panic and fear in the collectible universe. Hi, baby. Hi, Pop-Tart. Hi. Air kisses.
Yeah, exactly. So give me the scoop.
So there's been some panic about some things going on in other companies, and I'm not trying to talk smack about them at all in any way, shape, or form. But I guess the nice thing that I've seen is how much you guys have grown in the past year. And you said you don't have like exponential sales on the site or anything, but are you guys still at the point where you guys are still growing and expanding lines, and we're going to see like the same amount or even more figures coming out this year?
Yeah, I was really tied down. I had just the one artist, Justin, who's brilliant, right? But he also paints for him and, does shows in the summertime. So we found two other artists that were really good, that had toy experience. So I basically had them ramp up, and we have 200 renders in the approved renders / figures in the hopper. So I've got this year pretty well planned out. I do have some new licenses coming, waiting to sign on the dotted line, because I have so there's just 3 of us as of next week, 4. So really just the 3 that are dedicated to handmade robots: myself, Allison, my roommate, and Andrea, who used to live here but's now in Ohio.
With her sister, yeah.
Yeah, so she does all the product approval, works with the import team, and also works with all the licensors getting everything approved. And that's a big job, right? And then she also does all the Comic-Cons her sister goes to. And then we have an outside sales rep group that helps me sell into the Pop Culture Channel and all those folks. And then so we're kind of a square peg in a round hole. We have a parent company that's a bigger company, but trying to fit what we do into what they do is tough sometimes. And that's what was great about having Allison come on board. She learned, the system, and so we're able to invoice properly and, just get everything going. But it's been, how should I put this? I've total wild west it for 2 years, but now it's to the point where, okay, we're starting to do really good numbers, and a lot of retailers are really interested. So I'm trying to get some more help for my executive team, and, just try to tighten things up. GameStop did us no favors last year. They got a bunch of exclusives that are still sitting in our warehouse because they couldn't accept shipments for a year. Their warehouse was so messed up. So they've agreed to bring in some of those now, so that's great. And then a lot of businesses didn't do well last year at retail. So, Mama J. So we're doing everything's going really good. I'm trying to. We had this big ramp up. Now I'm trying to keep ramping up but also, you know, we're much more visible within the company because our numbers are a lot higher, and so we're generating a lot more revenue. So that's when the big, like the Eye of Sauron turns on you and says, "What are you doing over here?"
So yeah, you guys aren't so much the redheaded stepchild anymore. Now you've really gone mainstream because more and more people. In fact, I actually messaged Allie and I was like, "What just happened?" Because this mainstream YouTuber Instagram figure that was very much the other company, like an ambassador for that, all of a sudden did like a 180 and did this whole episode about rock and roll. His name is Jim.
Oh, Jim.
And,
Yeah.
yeah.
He just actually, yeah, he just placed another couple orders, and I sent him a nice little note, said, "Hey, thanks for the YouTube. That was great." And so so that's interesting because I didn't know the history that he was hard. I mean, I'm sure who isn't hardcore Funko, right? But you know,
Well,
that
he's the soda king. Like he's the guy that always has the sodas. I don't know. There's a couple of them that I don't know how they get them in before everybody else. I think they're getting him from international coming in, but he always has the sodas before everybody else does. And so that's like the channel. So if I want to see what one looks like, I watch his show. But he's like, I didn't know what to expect. I was watching him and all of a sudden he goes, "Have you seen these?" And it's handmade by robots. And it was like that whole noise of like the screeching tires. And I just went, whoosh, like, what just happened here?
oh, shit.
Yeah, no, I mean, great guy. I like him. I've gotten a couple of chases off of him and stuff like that. And, you know, he's a good guy, but it's just, I've seen more and more channels. And last year when we first started talking to now, if you see how many videos, even if you just search Handmade by Robots on YouTube, it's crazy how exponentially that has grown just in the past 12 months. Like you had been out for 2 years, but it really seems like 2022 is when you really exploded on the scene. You went to New York City Comic Con, and you know, Allie said you guys did really, really well there. And
yeah, we've got Emerald City Comic Con coming up in a couple weeks, and then Allie and I will be in Vegas at the ASD show again. Because we usually like to go there and catch COVID together. So that's what we did last time. COVID and came home. But no, I mean, and one of the things, we just had this national sales meeting for BDA, the parent company. And we had it's a good sized company, right? So they always have a guest speaker on the last day where the whole company comes in and listens. So it was Apollo Ono, who, you know, the
speed skater.
He's from our territory. It was great to hear the story. His dad was there and his adorable. They brought him up and talked to him a little bit. But one of the things in our breakout group, you know, again, being the redheaded, not stepchild, but, you know, we're just this different entity, right? So we were in with this group. BDA just acquired a company called Idea Planet. And what Idea Planet does is a lot of really amazing custom video game collectibles, and they do them for big launches. And then, like, when you buy a $200 collector box and you get all the fancy stuff, that's one of the things they do. So they had us in a room with them, and you know, Allison was in there too. And they were asking me what my goals are for the next 3 years, and I said one of the biggest things that I want to keep it true, and I want to keep it, you know, fan centric, and I never want to lose touch with the fans, and I don't want to. I mean, basically is what I said. I said, we've got people really like our products. I love our products. Let's keep doing what we're doing, keep scaling up, but keep that, you know, keep the Mary and Brandy and all the fans engaged. And, you know, I still want to be able to go on Instagram and answer everybody's DMs. And I want to be able to say thanks on the packing slips. You know, I don't want to lose that touch, because I get so much information back from you guys too. You know, like you guys email me, "Hey, did you see this?" Or, you know, and having Allison on the team is great because she is a hardcore collector, right? So she gives me that some really great feedback. So, you know, we've got a lot going on, very exciting stuff, but I just want to keep my hands on the reins and make sure it goes the right direction, I guess. You know?
Right. No, absolutely.
So just FYI, and you guys probably already knew this, Michael is no longer with the company, unfortunately, but he is doing his own thing now. And I still love him. I text him every morning. "How do I do this? What should I do here?" But we have a new guy starting next week, and that's probably why you haven't seen many Instagram posts, because it's been me, and it's like I just can't keep up with it all. So he starts next week. We've got some really fun giveaways and promos that are going to happen, and he'll be, we'll have the What's New Wednesday more regularly and the Fan Friday. So he's great. He actually worked for the Mariners.
Cool.
I think he won or was on the team that won a local Emmy for content. So I'm really excited about what he's going to do. And he's a huge Ghostface fan, so he has some pop culture chops. So we're gonna break him in next week, see how he does.
Well, no, that's awesome, and I think what I'm seeing out of the fans of HMBR is the deep love of the product is just as much as Funko. Like you grab one, and because of the way that you guys do it, and the fact that I don't know how many people I've shown, like I've been on screen, even the hot sauce company that I was talking to a couple weeks ago, when I showed them, they actually thought it was a plush. And that's what a lot of people say is like, it looks plush. And from, until you get it out of the box and look at it, it does. But you guys have taken it to a different level where the heads have different shapes. You can tell in the Sanderson sisters that is SJP, you can tell. And you can tell that it's the creeper and all this stuff. I mean, even, the monkey, I mean, it looks like a monkey. It's not just, you don't carbon copy everything, which I think is great.
It's all different, which, we can't use the same tool, obviously, because the tool, we can use the same tool if we do a repaint or whatever. But yeah, everything's different. We challenge the factories constantly because everything is shaped different. So the paint masks are different and how they have to paint into the crevices if there's details. And we don't make it easy for anyone. Our designers, the 3D people, the factories, but we want to make really cute, fun products. So I tell you what, the Creepers has been very popular. I love that guy. He reminds me of an ex-boyfriend of mine named Derek. So I always enjoy the Creeper. So, yeah.
I want to pick up the Princess Bride group. I've got to do that still. I got to get the last 2 Disney 4-packs. I think I have all the other Disney ones that are there, and I just got the Charlie the Robot in the limited edition one.
One of the things, and you talked about them looking like plush, so I always make sure. But I love his belly. He's got the cutest little belly, like a plush would. He's this little villain with a belly, but very cute.
But I like how you guys. I'm trying to think of which one that. So on the Creeper, I like that you guys put the detail underneath his eyes, and everything else. Yeah. And then like Inigo Montoya from Princess Bride, you guys put the scars on his face.
Yes, he's adorable. Yeah. And Caitlin, back to your comment earlier about other cryptids. We do have a cryptid micro set that we've designed. We just haven't pulled the trigger on yet. Again, that's in my catalog of designs. So I'd love to do them. They're absolutely adorable. Let me see if I can tell you what's in there. Hold on. Hold, please. Someone play some hold music. And then I want to talk to you about sports too. We got a lot of things going on in sports.
I love the sports ones. I have both of them that have come out so far. I have the Nationals Eagle and the Kraken dog, Davy Jones.
What am I looking for? I'm looking for the cryptids. Okay, we've got in the micros, I have a Mothman, a Sasquatch, Cthulhu, Loch Ness Monster, and a Chupacabra.
I love the Loch Ness Monster. I've been obsessed with the Loch Ness Monster since I was 5.
I'll show you what he looks like. Now remember, this is a micro. Let's see, how do I do this? Present. Share screen. Tea and Pop-Tart. Could you guys? Hey.
Oh, how cute he is.
He is adorable.
I love those. Absolutely love the micros.
I am a micro fanatic. Yes. Not to be confused with a other kind of fanatic.
I did not ever collect horror until you guys. You guys can even make Pennywise look cute.
They're cute. What are you gonna do?
No, she's gross. I mean, she's got vomit on her.
Gross, and I love that her vomit glows on the 600-piece one, and her head spun around. I mean, that kind of stuff makes me so happy. What's wrong with me? Jack, Jack Torrance, bad Jack.
And then the nun is probably the creepy. Although I still think Annabelle is the creepiest one that you guys have made. Like that one still wigs me out. But
The nun is terrifying. That's the only one. I think I've told you this before. That is like, okay, I don't like the fact that she's downstairs in my back here. I don't like it.
no, that's Annabelle for me.
Oh, okay. Well, the new Nun has a new movie coming out. So that's part of that whole Conjuring universe is the Nun and Annabelle. So there's a Nun movie coming out in September, October. A new one just for you. Oh, love those.
Are you guys going to be doing more of the multi-packs of these?
Yes. So just to make it clear, because no one gets this, it drives me crazy, is the charms are meant to be taken out of the box and used. You know, they have that elastic cord on them. You can make an ornament. You can put them on a bag, a backpack, whatever.
These were on my tree. In fact,
Okay, good. Okay, you are. But did you notice that in the box, we've printed all the figures inside the box?
Yeah, so I knew where to put them back. Yep. So
Okay.
I haven't put they're up there on the shelf right there. Those are the Scooby-Doo ones that I got to put back in the box. But my whole tree was you guys, and I think, yeah, this is the charm one now. Allie got me so I have him too. So, oh, I know, but he's so cute. So, I mean, this is like, that's why I got him. I got a mini tree that sat right here that was just because I wanted to put my charms on it.
Mama J, she's a good little promoter there. So we are going to finally do our fan club and our fan club kit that you can get some exclusive stuff in. So I'm actively working on that right now. There's some very good stuff in it. There will be a robot micro that you can only get, colorway that you can only get in the kit. And the dogs are fighting. Don't mind that. But we'll get that together probably by March or April. We'll have it out.
Okay. Yeah, that secret pack had been up there, that teaser for so long and everything else. But I mean, it's so exciting. You and Michael had explained kind of a couple of things that were going to be in there, and it's just something that's going to be super exciting for anybody who's a true fan of the collection and everything else. And obviously my mom's bummed that you guys aren't doing Disney anymore because she still wanted her Jack Sparrow, but she'll be fine. She'll be fine.
So Mama J has a good question. So will it be limited to a number? I don't know. What should I do? Give me some advice on fan clubs or whatever. I've got no knowledge.
Well, here's the thing that I noticed on. So the other company changed. I know in the beginning, like on either your anniversary or your birthday, you got something little when it first started, and then now there's zero acknowledgement. There's not, if you've been a member for 5 years or 4 years, there's not really any acknowledgement of that. So why would you want to be part of the fan club if they don't even send you an email on your birthday or anything like that? So limiting it, you could start it off that way, and then if it maxes out super quickly, then you could always up it. But it is that I think fan club should be for true fans. It shouldn't be just you get in there and you get 10% off or anything like that. It should be for people who actually love the brand and are fans of the company. At least that's how I'm thinking. But Mama J says I've been in rock fan clubs, and I know that sometimes that there's even YouTubers like Good Mythical Morning. So they have a fan club, and then there's a tiered fan club. So there's the free version where you get certain content. Then there's paid tiers that you get other things if you X, Y, and Z, whatever level that you are, that you get extra things. So sometimes they do videos that you can't see. So you might do your What's New Wednesdays where the fan club at a certain tier or the first 100 that join or whatever get to see that content first, kind of a thing.
Yeah, if that's one of the reasons I've held off on doing it, is I don't want it just to be, oh yeah, here's a fan club, and I don't execute it properly. Again, I want to make sure everything we do is authentic and makes sense. So.
Oh, I mean, it was like when you text me that, I forget what dropped. It was something, I think it was One-Eyed Willie or something dropped, and you're like, I had like the first order, I was in like 5 seconds later, and that it's going to be the same way for me that when you guys drop the fan club, because I am a fan. I mean, it's I have this not because I'm trying to be cool. I love them.
That's very nice. I was going to tell you a little more about sports, what we have going on in sports. Yearly fee, I'm sure. Yes, there should be perks. Okay, Mama J. Mama J is officially, you two are officially now on my advisory board for the fan club. I'm going to run some shit by you before I do it.
Absolutely.
Sports. So, the Washington Nationals did that first one, and it was for Kids Day.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that, like, if you try to buy one, everyone ripped the boxes open, right? So it's really hard to get one with a non-screwed up box. But and I might have told you this before, but BDA does a event every year for the major leagues teams like the NBA and then NFL. And oh, look who brought me a drink, an adult beverage. Thank you.
Gotta love roommates. Nice glass.
Thank you. Thank you very much. So that gal, the marketing manager for the Nationals, got up in front of all the other teams and said, yeah, this promotion went great. We love it. We're going to do more. So that, and all the other teams, it just needed one team to say, yeah, it went great. So we've got tons of new figures for next year. So the Mets, which is great.
Foxy.
Kansas City Royals, a couple hockey teams. Let's see here. Who else?
See, Paws, the Detroit Tigers Paws would make a great one because he's a tiger and he just would look so cute.
It would look good. Let's see. Who else do I have? We have, okay, I can't say it, but oh, you guys are going to be so excited. The I'm going to say it to Allison. You can't hear. The one that's, yeah, there's a Disney tie-in to one.
Oh, so, nice.
Yeah, which is odd. We're doing some Tampa Bay Devil Rays. We're doing some Minnesota Twins. What else? Those are the ones that I can confirm that are actively in production / going.
Yeah, see, So Blessed lives in Michigan too. Need Pause, even Rory for you Lions fans. Yeah, Rory would be cute too.
Okay. We concepted once a MGM lion for the MGM brand, and it turned out super cute. And the mane, does he have a big mane?
Yeah. Let me see.
Okay.
I'll see if I can find you one.
Yeah. And then we have a wrestler coming on board.
Oh, wow.
Who just emailed me this, by the way. Let's see what he had to say. Oh, please. Oh, he gave me another option for his outfit. I'm like, sure, I don't know what you're talking about, but I'm all in, buddy. Should we tell him who or not?
He's publicly a fan of it.
He is publicly a fan of the brand. He's posted some stuff about our brand before. Danhausen's going to do a figure.
Oh, yeah, he was at Sergeant Red's.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, that's awesome. Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah, we're trying to figure out. His tattoos probably aren't doable, so we're working on some other options of what he's going to wear. So.
Oh, okay. So let me show you what Rory looks like. And he's got like his little football pants on. I don't want that. Let me see. Why is this? I don't even know what that means. So
Mama J, where's my adult beverage? Oh, yeah. Okay, see, because the hair always turns out so good. So that's very cute.
Yeah, he's got his little football pants on and then his little Detroit Lions jersey and stuff like that. So yeah, I mean he runs all over, but he's super cute.
Okay.
Super cute. I'm still just trying to get you guys to come to the Comic-Con here.
I know. Keep asking. Keep asking. We got Emerald City. We'll do New York again, and those are the only tunes I really planned out because I just trying to get everywhere, go everywhere, do a good job at everyone. Yeah.
I think you guys are. I think it might overlap. This year it's May 19th through the 21st.
May 19th. Write that down. May 19th through the 21st. Maybe we do that, or we send the girls to that. Okay, we'll look at that because it's far enough away. We could probably do something.
Yeah, if they do, and if they need help like loading in or whatever, let me know, and
all right,
I'll be happy to help. Oh, hi, Brat.
Oh, look.
Literally says Brat on it.
Mr. T had a bad accident, but he's recovering. We had a windstorm and an 80-foot tree fell in the front, and it crushed it crushed some horse fencing. So the horses had to move to one of the back pastures. Well, T likes to race up and down the fence line and bark at Lou. And I don't know how he did it, but he tore his doggy ACL.
Oh,
He's 9. I mean, he's well past his English Mastiff expiration date, right? So, but he hobbled around, but we drugged him up, over medicated him pretty much. And then I ordered some braces because he's too old to have surgery. And now he's running around like normal. He can get up and down the stairs, kind of on 3 legs. He can still get on my bed. So he's made a miraculous recovery, thank God.
oh, that's good.
So yeah, he was having a rough little go of it.
Yeah. Speaking of past their prime, she's, I think, going on 12, and like their life expectancy is 11 to 13 years. So it's like now I'm just like, oh, this is my what do you want to call it? My soul pet.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
there's just no replacing her.
Yeah, I know. So yeah, the fan kit could be interesting. The sports stuff's fun. I'm excited for my new item, which is Godzilla First, and I just added it to a new contract that I'm renewing.
Awesome.
Could or could not be Ghostface, so you may see some Ghostface of those soon.
Ooh.
And I'm very excited. So, and it's got a different name. It's not Hand by Robot. It's got a different name, but I think you guys will really like it.
Well, that's awesome. I'm glad that you're expanding out and everything else. Can I ask one question, and you can say I'm not going to answer that? Do I get to see Marty this year? Allie, let her answer.
I would say yes. Q4.
Yes.
Yeah. We're struggling with that contract, but we're getting there.
Okay. I'm still holding out hope on that one. That's because I'll probably buy 4 of those and then just give them out. So
put that down. Put it in the sales. Put it in the sales file. She's going to buy 4.
Okay, I'm going to hold it to that.
Well,
I will.
Since I am incredibly boring, I should let you go and do your other stuff. But it's always good to jump on and say hi.
Oh no, absolutely. Anytime you want, feel free to give me a shout, and you can come back on anytime. And Allie, I'm sure I'll talk to you either later today or tomorrow.
Yes.
Yes, there she is.
She's like, let me flip the hair.
I had a hat. Just made a new hat.
She just made a new hat. Okay, so here's the last thing I'll tell you.
Yes.
We lost our damn minds. So we knit a ton of stuff, by hand, right? And I taught her, but on a whim, I bought this little hand crank knitting machine they have. How many did we make the first night? 10? Like 10 hats in like an hour. It takes like 10 minutes to make a hat. Hand me that one of those.
It's the one where it goes just around and around, and yeah, I've seen those on YouTube.
So, yeah. So, and we double them up, and so we've been like, I don't already have 200 knitted hats. Now I'm making more and more and more, and now she's made like 4 or 5 in the last hour. So, yeah, we have a problem.
4 or 5 in the last hour.
Literally, yeah, it's bad.
Awesome. All
right.
right.
We'll make a big pile of hats and have them available for anyone who wants one.
Nice.
Because we don't need it.
All right, ladies. Thank you so much.
Bye.
All right. Bye, guys. All right, I'm putting the dog down. All right. So now you just have me. So super cute story. My dad got his books in today. His first box. They have been available on Amazon. But I got the very first autographed by the author from my daddy, which is great. So I picked this up today from him, and yes, it does have the full color. I want to thank Mama J. I want to thank Umpty. Fox bought the Kindle version, even though he doesn't have a Kindle, so we got to get him a printed one. But thank you to everyone who has purchased the book. My dad's been so excited. He gets like sales reports and everything, and he's been shocked of how many he sold. But one of the cool things that he is doing is that he is giving back. So my cousin Danielle, that is over in Illinois, is works with kids that are, I don't want to call them they're underprivileged. Let's just put it that way. And so my dad has all of the students' names, and my dad is going to personalize one to each of those kids that my cousin works with. And those are getting sent out. So it's been really cool. I'm going to show you the picture. Even there, so that what they did was my parents went. out to dinner, and it's not champagne, it's just prosecco, but they're having champagne for with their dinner tonight to celebrate that his book came in. So Pop and Mom are out having a nice dinner, and so that's cute. So like I said, I went to Walmart and I found this, and it was only $1. And so check this out. So this is Moon Pie cotton candy, and the cool thing is it comes with 2 actual moon pies up on the top. Yeah, adult beverages. I wish I could have an adult beverage, but I got to get up in the morning and drive across the state, so I don't adult beverage that much anymore. It's usually only when I'm with you guys or with my best friend or with Lisa. That's the only times that I really adult beverage. So you get 2 little moon pies in the top, and for $1, I mean, you'd pay $1 just for these 2, like a pack of those. So we're gonna give this a little try. It's kind of a grayish tan color. It literally smells like a moon pie though. So I don't know if you guys are cotton candy people or not, but I'm always with one of you guys. That's true, but I'm usually reserved during the week. As compared to my 20s and 30s when let's try this. It is a weird color. It's like almost like a dirty rag color. So you get the marshmallow at the end. Not much in chocolate or anything like that, but the best part about cotton candy is the stuff melts. Want to try it? Try it. Well, you just sneezed on it. Now I can't eat it. Here, taste it. Just taste it. Here. Nope, didn't like it. Okay. Not dog approved. Not dog approved. It's pretty good though. I mean, it does have like a marshmallowy flavor to it. No chocolate to it whatsoever. I really have only tried these. I don't think I've tried the banana ones. Wash it off. Yeah, I'll wash it off. There we go. She wandered off. She knows when I open something, and then tell them how spoiled you are. What did you have on your breakfast today? Did you have bacon grease? Yeah, you did. You had bacon grease. She gets so obviously the chickens have stopped producing right now because it's so cold here. I had to leave all the cabinets open in the kitchen and the bathroom because your neighbor lives in banana ones. Because of the fact that it got so cold last night, and for whatever reason there's not enough insulation in my kitchen wall, so that pipe tends to freeze, but I was okay. Caitlin says, my mom can inhale an entire carton of cotton candy in like 5 minutes, but it has to be plain if it has any flavoring whatsoever. She hates it. Really? I just saw a Good Mythical Morning, and they were trying different kinds or trying to figure out what flavor it was. And I guess, like the first thing you get is sugar. I mean, most of them only taste like sugar, but hi. But this one you get like kind of towards the end, I think is what it was. They had like, I do want to try bacon. They had a maple bacon flavored one. What else? They had like a blueberry muffin or something like that. So there's like some flavors that I would like to try because, cotton candy is easy to eat. It's not like it's not a difficult snack to have, but for $1, you get the big container here. And then it said something on here like the cup's reusable if you want to use it for like a drink cup, or you can put other snacks in it or whatever. And you get the two of these little mini moon pies in the top. So check out your local Walmart, and for $1, it's a nice little treat kind of a thing. I've always had space for my washer, and that always freezes. Yeah, I don't have trouble with the washer and dryer. I haven't really had issues with the bathroom except for when it gets super cold out, like for the first 5 minutes, the shower water is ice cold. But the kitchen, for whatever reason, has frozen more than once. In like the one time I ran the dishwasher and that line was frozen and it gushed out all over my floor. Yes, I do struggle with other snacks. Like there's certain things that just absolutely drive me bonkers, like peanut brittle. I love peanut brittle, but that stuff gets all crusted in your teeth and then you can't chew. Do you guys remember Astro Bombs? Those Astro Pops? There was like a clear sugar and then a red sugar and a green sugar on there. Those things. What else is I love the slow pokes, or not slow pokes, what are those? Sugar daddies and sugar babies. There's just certain snacks that just like, your line for your washers right up against the foundation. You know, if you ever need a foundation inspection, you just give me a call. Yeah, Astro Pops were really good, and I think that's the one thing I was great about this swap box, Mama J, is to get the stuff from the past, like, you know, to bring your own flair into it. That's kind of what I, you know, where I went with it was snacks, and it was before you guys even, well, last swap, before this was when it was even announced, I had put like an 80s one in there. I played you more as a sugar mama type. Yeah, you could say that, but just like reminiscing on all the old candies and stuff like that, and like finding the stores that, why are your ears pinned back? That still sell like the retro candies, like Razzles, and I loved Razzles. My mom and Nolan and I all love Razzles. And then I'm trying to think of what else. Well, the candy cigarettes. Well, I'm sorry, they're candy sticks now. Those were great. Sergeant Reds actually has a ton of like old gums and, you know, like retro gums like Clove and Blackjack and all that kind of stuff. That what was it? What's the other one called? Is it Bemis brand or something like that? I don't like the Blackjack. My mom loves that one because it tastes like black licorice, but that's not my jam. Hey, Shepe, how are you? I like Razzles, but the gum was terrible and always turned. Yeah, I mean, you don't chew them for long, but it's just the whole thing about it turns, you know, your tongue turns red, and, you know, it's just something about that bringing back your childhood, and that was like the awesome part of this swap box is trying to find like some of that retro, fun vintage stuff that would hopefully your swap person, you know, brings them back a little bit as well. Dots, really? You're a Dots person? I'm trying to think, like, I only bought Astro Pops because that seemed to be like the cool thing to buy when we went to the movies or to the, you know, the roller skating rink when we were kids. I used to buy, there were these things too, they were like that ricey foam kind of thing, and then they had little sugar dots inside of them. I think they were called like satellite dishes or something, and all the cool kids when I first moved here. Clove gum, I think it's by Bemis. You love paper, yeah. The Fun Dip was always good. What was the one was in the paper tube? Pixie Sticks. I loved Pixie Sticks. The great Pixie Sticks were my favorite. UFOs. Thank you, Mama J. Thank you. Pixie Sticks were great though. And like if you had enough of them, like we would trade flavors so we could put them in like water and make our own Kool-Aid kind of a thing. Push Pops until they were banned from schools because after a bit they became a weapon. Really? Cinnamon toothpicks. That was like a fun thing. I mean, I liked cinnamon toothpicks because you get the cinnamony flavor, you know, after dinner or whatever, but I wouldn't think that that was like an awesome thing to have. And I've been, well, I'm trying to think of what else I was doing recently. You can't do that on television. Okay, so we were talking to the girls in the cocktail swap or cocktail chat, and we were talking about you can't do that on television. And that show came out when Nickelodeon first started, and later on Alanis Morissette was on there, but and I don't even remember. I think I watched something on YouTube about like where are they now kind of a thing. Yeah, I'm gonna slice you with my push pop. I just remember like treating them like mini umbrellas. They were like little umbrellas for our action figures. You made your own and everyone would pay you 10 cents for one, but that was in the mid. Umpty was a dealer, a toothpick dealer. So I don't know who's left in here, but who remembers You Can't Do That on Television? Whistle sucker scurvy because they're about the noise. Oh, I liked those too. Those were fun. My mom banned those in our house though because we would annoy her. But yeah, I then binge watched several episodes of You Can't Do That on Television, and with Barth, the guy that, you know, they always kid around about having cats in there, and there were definitely things that would not fly with this snowflake generation that we have now, like the boy kids running around in dresses and fat jokes and all that kind of stuff. Like, there's so many things that would get that show canceled now that were funny back then. And, you know, watching it again, I remember my favorite part was, you know, when they got water dumped on them or the slime dumped on them. That's where the origination of Nickelodeon slime came from. But it was just, you know, that was a good reminiscing, and it's all because of the swap. And by the way, if you have not, please make sure that you ship your box by Friday, or you will be in Mama J's principal's office, and you will have to deal with Big Dog Dave. And I don't think you want to do that. So make sure that if you're in the swap, that you get that out by Friday is the last day. I know some people have already received theirs and opened theirs, but after they banned Space Touch, which is like Pop Rocks, I found them on clearance for 5 cents each and sold them 30. Look at you, little entrepreneur. I don't know. I'm thinking about maybe doing like one show a month, or maybe just a video and talking about like some of those retro old, like the cartoons and the TV shows that aren't around anymore, Silver Spoons and Different Strokes and Webster and all that kind of stuff. So I'm considering that, but things have been so crazy. Like, this weekend is absolutely packed. I have to make a 2-tiered unicorn cake by Saturday. Well, actually by Friday night, because Saturday morning I have to go and help set up for my brother's baby shower that is happening. So I got a new little nephew coming in April. And then Sunday we have to go to the baby shower. Ring about it. I know, because Collector TV was more about, we did a collectible and we usually had a guest on. It's more of just like that. I miss simplicity. I miss the days when everything wasn't so complicated. You know, when you didn't have to worry about taxes and bills and all that, you could sit down, like TV trays and all that kind of stuff. I kind of just want to do like some retro stuff. Tells, how are ya? Some retro stuff with all of that, you know, and just see what I can find out. And it's just so interesting to me. And it seems like that, you know, that 90s show just came back out. And I think maybe that's kind of what kicked me in the butt a little bit too, is that, that 90s show was on, and what they were doing with those kids and the clothing and the music and the sayings and all that. So I think between the swap and watching that has just kind of just brought me back. And then I watch what the kids are wearing now and running around, and I'm like, well, I was wearing that in high school. Yeah, those were the days. Absolutely. Yeah. All right, kids. Well, it is 2 minutes to 8. I do have to be up early in the morning. I know my mom is itching to do another cooking show. I don't know when that's going to be. She brought up something that we've already made a year ago. So we're trying to figure that out. I do want to do another Easy Bake Oven show. I have all those mixes and they're getting to the point of being expired. So before they're gross and I can't eat them anyway, we're going to do another Easy Bake show that's coming up. As you heard Mary say, in a couple of weeks, you know, Emerald City Comic Con's coming out. So, you know, hopefully we'll hear some cool stuff that's coming out from Handmade by Robots. I'm not really buying anything right now. I have some pre-orders that are from way back when. In fact, I got one in the mail the other day, and I actually text my mom and asked her if she bought it because I forgot that I did. So I bought it in September, and it showed up at my house. But so I'm not really purchasing. There's not going to be a whole lot of me buying stuff and showing it off content for the next several weeks. It'll be more foodie related and kind of what I've been talking about, just because I don't know. It's a new year. Why not try some new directions and see how things go? So, yeah, that's what we're gonna do. So, all right, you guys, I will see you next week. Miss Fenway, you want to say goodbye to everybody? You say goodbye. Say bye. No. Okay, that's as much as you're getting. All right, everybody, you guys have a good night. We'll see you next week. Bye.